Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Stein. I am one of the assistant principals, along with Dr. Williams and Ms. Eke, and our proud principal, Dr. Adam. We are here to celebrate these students who have been selected for the April Student of the Month. This ceremony was established to honor our exceptional students, not only for their classroom accomplishments, but also for their athletic abilities or what they do outside of the class. This recognition program is about character and leadership, which these students exemplify inside and outside of the classroom on a daily basis with their peers. Our staff can only nominate one student a year. So even though this may be the ceremony for April, in our staff size, it's their student of the year. So let's give a hand for these students that have been selected today for the April Student of the Month. We are going to start the ceremony with Miss Harvey, who nominated Vishaka Basnat. I massacred the last word. Come on up. You're going to come up.
I did lie to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute joy to recognize my Student of the Month, Vishaka. She is someone who has truly made an impression on me over the past 2 years. I first met this incredible student during her sophomore year in Early Childhood Development 1. Even then, I knew she was someone special. Now I have the pleasure of having her again in my clothing and fabrics class. And let me tell you, this girl can sew. Her skills are beyond exceptional. Every stitch is thorough, every project is done with care, and she consistently goes above and beyond with her creativity and precision. During the hand sewing pillow project, she completed her design, but felt something was missing. She reevaluated, searched the internet for inspiration, and added a vase to make the design look complete. She's meticulous, but never in a way that slows her down. She's efficient, focused, and full of passion. But her talents don't stop in the sewing realm. Her personality, pure sunshine. She is bubbly, joyful, and has this amazing energy that brightens up the classroom every single day. I always know it's going to be a good day when I hear her signature greeting, "Hey, Queen." She's the kind of student who reminds you why you love teaching. Hardworking, kind, talented, and full of life. It's been such a privilege to watch her grow and thrive, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things she does next. So please join me in celebrating my fabulous, fierce, and oh so talented Student of the Month, Vishaka.
You're welcome. Can I take a picture for them?
Our next nomination came from Mr. Modi for Lucas McKenna.
Good morning. So everyone knows that the transition from middle to high school is no easy task. Moving to high school requires a dedication to time management, adjusting to new social pressures, and navigating harder work. However, my Student of the Month, Lucas McKenna, stands out in conquering this change and has had a graceful and successful transition to high school. Lucas has pushed himself to a high academic standard while being so humble about it, and while in the first year of high school has achieved mostly A grades and is one of only 2 students in my class to maintain an A+ average all 3 quarters in biology. And what I think is important with that is that you continue to plan to challenge yourself in science next year. Beyond academics, what makes Lucas so special is how strong of a role model he is to his fellow classmates. His peers look up to him as a leader, and Lucas encourages them to commit to a high level of performance in class. 2 of Lucas's classmates have improved their performance in class as a result of this encouragement. And beyond the classroom, Lucas is involved in the community and is dedicated to baseball. And we all know that managing sports and academics is never easy, but you do an incredible job of it. And in the classroom, you know what's important. You always demonstrate integrity, compassion, and empathy. We're all so proud of you. Keep up the great work, and we can't wait to see what you continue to achieve in high school.
For our next student of the month, we have Miss Q coming up, who nominated Anthony Chuma.
Here you go, Miss Q. Beautiful.
You look nervous? Aw, come here. Okay, so I have Anthony for chemistry, and for those of you who don't know me, my last name is difficult to pronounce, and hence it's Q. But those, not a lot of people can say it, but it's okay. I have the pleasure of choosing Anthony, the honor of choosing Anthony to be my student of the month. The first time I saw Anthony, when he came into class, he joined school a little later. He introduced me as Anthony, and when I met him, I was speechless, literally. He didn't speak a word of English. I didn't speak a word of Spanish. So we had very difficult time figuring out how can I help him. He nodded at everything I said. And when I asked him, do you understand what I'm saying? He kind of looked perplexed and then reached out for his palm top, said something in Spanish and showed me the translation, and I read it, and then I said something in English and he showed it in Spanish. That's how we communicated. He faced multiple challenges: new school, new people, new building, new teachers, new subject, and then new language. But let me tell you this guy, standing here, and I want to cry, but he took it all in a stride. Not once, not one day did he complain about how do I do this. But we sat through lectures, sat through demonstrations, sat through labs, took the worksheet with a smile, and we made sure that we put him in the front so I could keep a close eye on him, and did the worksheet, had his translator right next to him, and diligently, head down, did all the worksheet. His positive attitude and commitment to learning is commendable. I am not only your teacher, but one of your greatest fans. Hardworking, took every day with a positive attitude, took the worksheet with a smile, sat down, did all the work. I can only imagine the stress and the anxiety that he must have faced every single day. I applaud you for your perseverance, determination, and courage. And the kid who sat in front of me, not knowing, not understanding, a few weeks, I want to say a month ago, came up to me nicely, politely asked me if he could move back to sit with his friends. That made me feel like a mother who sends the child off to college, and like the heart, happy heart and a sad heart. So, polite, respectful, hardworking, I am proud to present to you. It's making me cry. What? Anthony.
There you go, honey. You're welcome. Come on. Come on.
We are now going to welcome up Miss Cassidy, who nominated Veronica Edwards.
I need a bell. Good morning.
So almost every morning at 7:25 sharp, I hear a very quiet and reserved good morning from the door, and I know that it's Veronica coming first one in class just about every morning. If she's not, then I know her bus was late, or she's unfortunately not going to be there today. For me, she's quiet and reserved, but she always greets me with a smile, sometimes with her little sister in tow. Sometimes we chat about the fact that we also have sisters 3 years either younger or older. And sometimes she just catches up on her work for the day. But once that bell rings, she's ready, she's prepared, she has her recipe read and annotated, and she is ready to go. She is a pleasure to have in class. She has carried a 100% average all 3 quarters so far and is on track to do it again for a 4th. And I can say that she absolutely deserves that. Always her assignments complete, always focused in her lab, works so well with her lab partners, who in a lot of cases sometimes can be very frustrating if they don't work as hard as you do. I think she has a pretty good group. She also, I have to say, had probably the best decorated cake in the 4 years that I have been teaching this class. It was absolutely adorable, and I have not had a student put so much thought and creativity into that particular assignment. So I wish you all the best. I know you are a senior, and I will miss you next year. It has been a pleasure having you all of this year, and I know you are going to do great things. You have been a wonderful asset to my class.
I'm good. I'm good.
We now have Ms. Migliori, who nominated Jaden Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kelly Migliori, and I have the honor of being here to nominate Jaden as my Student of the Month. So in previous years, I think it's been 9 years, it's been 9 years that I've taught here. And this is the first year that my Student of the Month nomination is in May rather than September or October. So I have, this time around, had the pleasure of being with Jaden for a few months now. And he was the first choice, the easiest choice. Academically, Jaden does very well. He comes to class on time, he completes his work, he's very, very respectful. But that's not why I nominated him. I nominated him because he is a pleasure and a fantastic human being. 2 things come to mind. Last week, Thursday, I believe, was Take Your Child to Work Day. And poor Jaden got stuck playing a game of Guess Who with my 9-year-old son. And he partnered with him, and I said, help him a little bit, let him win one game so he doesn't get upset. And my son was thrilled and talked all day about how he had played this game with a big kid, with a high school student. And Jaden did so with grace and without complaining, asking to go to the bathroom to avoid it. He just, he helped him win a game, and my son was thrilled. That's the kind of person that Jaden is. The other minor thing that comes to mind, it seems minor, but it's actually a big deal in regard to high school students. A few months back, the PTO gave each of the teachers a little succulent plant, and mine was dead within 2 days. So I said to the kids, I have trouble walking. So I said to the kids, can somebody go water this for me? take her to the bathroom, get a drink, and water this plant so we can try to keep it alive. And everybody else looked down, avoided me, went back to their cell phone or their, video on the computer. Jaden, do you remember this? Jaden looks at me and goes, I'll do it. And, says, well, how do I water it? Do I put it on top? Do I put it in the, and went and watered the plant for me. It seems like a minor thing, but this is the kind of person he is. He's caring, right? Responsible, mature, and that's why I nominated him. Sometimes we have trouble getting our students off cell phones, as I'm sure you guys are well aware. And Jaden is the kind of kid who I never have to say a word to. He, does his work, he's mature, he's responsible, and he's just a pleasure to be around. And I have every confidence that he will be a fantastic human being when he's an adult.
For our next student of the month, I'm going to invite up Ms. Rosenio, who nominated Anaya Abdusalam.
Did I get it right? You did. All right. I hesitated.
All right, I'm going to do my best because I cry every year. So I'm going to try really hard not to cry, okay? Good morning, everybody. Like Dr. Stein said, this is basically our student of the year. It is a difficult choice because we do have a lot of great students, but for me it was pretty easy. I'm already going to start to cry. I picked Anaya. There's lots of reasons you could say about all of these kids. They're all great, but she comes into my class, which math is probably not her favorite class, like many people. Unfortunately, it's my favorite, but not necessarily other people's favorites. But she comes in every day with a smile, ready to work. I put out a survey in the beginning of the year and asked questions like what are some things you don't like me to do? Which it seems silly, but, and she's like, she put in there, I don't like to be called on. Something, you may not remember this, but anyway, she's like, and I really don't like to ask questions and whatever. It's the first week of school. I don't know them, so it's my way to figure out what they like or don't like. And then a couple months later, she's just great. Do you want me to stop now? She stopped me in the hallway and she's like, I want to thank you so much. And unfortunately, or just the way it is, not even unfortunately, teaching, being a parent, all of those are thankless jobs. We do them because we want to, we do them to make our kids better, whether they're our own or our students, whatever. And she's like, you really made me want to try math, and it just speaks a lot to what kind of person she is, and how she turned around, and she comes to my resource all the time, and literally the smile she has on now, she has on all the time. So I just wanted to commend her for, stepping out of her comfort zone and working hard and just being the great person she is. So.
For our next nomination, it came from Mr. Wolf, and we have Samantha Salazar. Unfortunately, Mr. Wolf came to me yesterday and said that he was going to be unable to attend, but he did leave me something to read for Samantha, so I'm going to read what he left. Hello, parents, students, faculty, and administration. My name is Mr. Wolf, and I teach American Civilization 1, Regular and Honors, and History and Film 1 and 2. My Student of the Month candidate this year was challenging because I have so many amazing students. After giving it much thought, it became clear to me that Samantha would be my pick for Student of the Month. I made sure to personally pull her out of class and tell her in person why I chose her. She displays so many excellent qualities that every teacher wants from their students. Samantha has consistently earned A's in all of her assessments. She has a magnificent work ethic. She is responsible, mature, caring, and always says hello to me every time she enters the classroom. Samantha wants to challenge herself and improve her writing, so I have began giving her practice DBQs to improve her analytical writing skills outside of the classroom. She takes all my criticism in stride and has improved her writing over the past few months. I am overly impressed with her as a student and, more importantly, as a person. I also love that Samantha is not afraid to participate daily and to help me out with my wacky historical reenactments. I am so pleased with everything she has done this year. Her personality is amazing, and I am so glad to be her teacher. We have had a student teacher since September who has done some cool things in the classroom, but selfishly, I am glad to be back as Samantha's teacher and the rest of my students. I hope you visit me next year and tell me how well you are doing in social studies. As you can see, Samantha is the embodiment of what a Student of the Month represents. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. For our next nomination, I'm going to invite up Ms. Williams, and we have Paulina O'Shaughnessy.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations, Students of the Month. I'm looking around. This is a great group in here. My Student of the Month is Paulina, and I'm sure we can all agree that there's two things in this life that we can always control. One is our attitude, and one is our effort. And I selected Paulina as my Student of the Month for this very reason. Her attitude and her effort are always phenomenal in PE. The positive attitude and incredible work ethic she brings to class every day is truly inspiring. Since we share students in PE, I always check in with my colleagues on my potential Student of the Month selections to make sure they're doing well in their units along with mine. When I asked them about Paulina, they all had the same unwavering response saying how great she is for them and that she would be an awesome selection for my PE Student of the Year. In every activity she takes, she's self-motivated and a pleasure to have in class. She currently holds an A average in PE as well. And for weight training, when I had her in there, I gave her some exercises to work on throughout the unit. And she ran with them, performing them at a high level of intensity to the point where I actually had to walk over and say, all right, Paulina, let's take some rest in between sets here. I often say how important it is to bring what I call a Friday attitude to class and to school every day. I think I want to change that phrase now to say, bring a Paulina attitude to class and to school every day. I think we could all get behind that. So congratulations, Paulina, on your well-deserved honor of Student of the Month for PE, and thanks for bringing the positivity day in and day out. We appreciate you.
Just put it here. You're so good. You did so amazing. I'm so proud of you.
I am now going to invite up Ms. Jokum with her nomination, Isaiah Perry.
Is Miss Cristenio still in the library? So I'm going to try not to cry, and she started that. So anyway, good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all of our well-deserving students of the month for the month of April. So I just told my students recently, this week in fact, that I've been blessed this year with great students. I can't believe I'm getting so much. Give me a minute, come closer to me. All right. So I was just speaking to my classes, my students, and I was telling them that I've been blessed this year with great students. But when I was reflecting on which student I would select for my student of the month, without question or afterthought, Isaiah rose to the top of my list as most deserving as my student of the year. When I think of Isaiah, 3 adjectives, well in fact 4 adjectives come to mind. The first is caring, respectful, hardworking, and growth. He always comes to class and greets me with a bright smile, a smile that lights up the room. And mind you, English 2, his class with me is first period. So he comes in with all this energy, he's always smiling, he lights up the room, and he always gives me a hug. And by the way, he gives the best hugs. I've observed his caring nature toward his friends as he supports them during their times of need. One particular day, I was having like the worst day. I was having a very bad morning, and I always try to greet my students with a smile, so maybe I didn't have my smile on that morning, and I just wasn't myself. So, at 7:40 in the morning, Isaiah walks into the class. He must have sensed that something's up with Miss Jokim. She's not smiling, she doesn't seem like herself. And he came up to me, leaned into me, and he asked me if I was okay. This is just a small example of Isaiah's caring nature. Isaiah, as I mentioned, is just that student. He exemplifies that perfect student or ideal student that really brightens a teacher's day. Isaiah is always prepared to learn. The biggest challenge in my class has not been how am I going to engage my students with reading American literature and get them to like it. It's whether or not they come prepared with a charged Chromebook. Isaiah always has a charged Chromebook. In fact, he will lend his charger out to his friends who come to my class unprepared. Since September, I have witnessed Isaiah's growth from a soft-spoken, very shy student to a more confident, mature learner. In my English to American Lit class, Isaiah has maintained a consistency of effort. He's always been, a high B, A-, A student. He works hard. His determination always shines, evident that he always strives to do his best at whatever he pursues, no matter how difficult the challenge. Writing, in fact, was Isaiah's biggest challenge. The ideas were there. He always, had great ideas. He's a strong critical thinker. He's shown a lot of growth in that area, but getting his thoughts on paper was a huge challenge for him. He recently wrote an essay, a 4-paragraph analytical essay on the novel Looking for Alaska, and got the highest grade in the class. So that's just an example, a testament to his, his grit, the fact that he doesn't give up and he always strives to do his best. Isaiah demonstrates an unwavering interest to learn and a personal commitment to consistently work to his potential. He perseveres through obstacles and does not give up trying when faced with academic challenges, as I've mentioned, or unforeseen disappointments. Isaiah's tenacity, optimistic smile, and personal drive all set him apart from his peers, in my opinion, making him a standout in many ways and deserving of this recognition today. He presents as a quiet thinker, driven not by the expectations of others, but rather by his innate sense of purpose. And I'm honored to be his teacher and to have him as my student of the year.
I'm now going to invite up Mr. Marbach with his nomination for Dylan Ezofefa.
Say it again.
Azofefa.
No, I want to say it correct. I said the correct thing.
Okay, I have to follow Miss Joe Gomez, so yikes. All right, so my student of the month is Dylan. He's kind-hearted, considerate, and intelligent are only the few words that I would use to describe my student of the month recipient. In fact, when I was asked to make a decision for student of the month, I didn't have to think twice, as I knew exactly who I wanted for my choice. I feel privileged to present Dylan with this honor, as he has certainly earned it. The biggest problem I encountered was trying to find a way to explain all the cool things about him. Dylan is the type of student that makes me love coming to work. He has proven himself time and again as both an extraordinary student and an exceptional young man. Dylan is an asset to our class, and his desire to learn and determination to succeed has earned him my utmost respect and admiration. Dylan is a dedicated student and is a delight to have in class, always eager and willing to work. He is always on task and ready to learn, and has demonstrated his ability to be a take-charge individual time and time again. Dylan has a keen eye for detail and is not one to shy away from a problem or situation that may prove to be too difficult for other students. It has been an honor and a privilege to teach and get to know Dylan over the past several months. His work ethic, determination, and good-natured spirit are what make him the perfect candidate. My only regret is that I won't be able to teach him next year.
Our next nomination comes from Mr. D'Angelo for Peyton Ivy.
Congratulations to all the students of the month and to all the family in the room. Take some credit for getting these guys here. You deserve it. Peyton Ivy is my student of the month because she's kind to her core, gentle-spirited, and always carefully respectful. These character traits combined with her intelligence and determination make her the total package. She's always been an exceptional student and an even better citizen during her years at LHS. We will miss her leadership by example and her positive energy. Peyton is off to St. Louis in the fall, and we wish her the best at Washington University. Congratulations, Peyton.
Our next nomination comes from Miss Palumbo for the Freshman Academy for Madison Spiteri. Unfortunately, Miss Palumbo couldn't be here as a representative for the Freshman Academy, but she did leave me something to read for Madison. Good morning. My name is Emily Palumbo, and I am the Freshman Academy leader and an English teacher here at the high school. It is my pleasure to discuss the Freshman Academy Student of the Month, Madison. This is an extra special award since all of Maddie's teachers agreed that she is deserving of this honor. I am lucky enough to have Maddie in English class, and I can attest that she is a student who embodies kindness, hard work, and manners. Her teachers have all said that Maddie is hardworking, diligent, and organized in her studies. Her math teacher said Maddie is polite and always ready to learn, while her history teacher says that she is constantly prepared and a dedicated student. As her English teacher, I see Maddie trying to improve every day and appreciate when she learns something new. She has grown so much over the year, and I am proud of all of her hard work. She will continue to succeed throughout this academic career because she is willing to go above and beyond. In addition, Maddie is currently participating on the girls' softball and basketball teams. Her work ethic helps her to balance sports and school as seen by her exceptional grades. Maddie, all of your teachers feel grateful to have such a nice and thoughtful student. We are all looking forward to seeing what you accomplish this year. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Our next nomination came from Ms. Berardi, and that is for Charlie Corsos.
Here you are.
I'm very excited to choose Charlie Corsos for Girls Lacrosse Student of the Month. I have had the privilege of coaching Charlie for the past 3 years. Her hard work and determination are evident in every practice and game. Charlie is one of the most receptive and coachable players I have ever had. She constantly takes feedback with an open mind and applies it immediately, demonstrating her ability to improve and adapt on the spot. She has been such a crucial part in our offense being so successful over the past 3 years with scoring and giving assists. Charlie embodies all the characteristics that are needed in being a true team player, both on and off the field. She is all about lending a hand and helping others out even when things get difficult. She never lets a negative situation affect her in any way. That is one of the things that I love and admire about her. She is a natural leader, not only on the lacrosse field, but also in the classroom. I am so proud to select Charlie for Student of the Month, and I am extremely proud of everything that she has accomplished so far. Keep working hard, and I am so excited to see what the future holds.
I am now going to invite up Mr. Jones with his nomination for Student of the Month, Benjamin Hogger.
All right, so congratulations to all the award winners. Some of you I had in class, so I know you're pretty fantastic. Every year, as Dr. Stein said earlier, we get to choose a Student of the Month. And it really is a Student of the Year because you only get one. And for me, it's usually very difficult. So difficult that I usually get several emails that it is time for you to send in your Student of the Month. Because I have some really amazing young people that we get to work with every year. And this year is no different than any other year. I have some really great students. So trying to pick one is difficult, especially when you're looking at, their grades and what kind of student. I have a lot of good students. And this year, I'm looking at grades and I'm looking at character. I'm like, wow, this is obviously Ben. Ben is just an amazing young man. He has terrific GPA in the class. I don't think he's gotten less than an A in the class. I think he might have got a B+ on one assignment. So he's a great student, but he also has this amazing character. He treats his classmates well. He's always on time. He's always respectful. And I think this other aspect of him is really important, especially as he moves forward in life. Ben is like he's like a social butterfly. He's able to get along and to navigate a lot of different environments and to fit in and to work with people. And I think that's incredibly important as we enter a world where we have so many people coming from so many different backgrounds, being able to connect with people and being able to work with people who may not share all your same values, I think is very important. And I think Ben has that going for him, and I hope he continues, to build that up. And I'm really proud of him and happy that I have him in class this year. I had him as a freshman, but it was just resource. And he's really developed into a really nice young man. And congratulations to you, Ben. Hopefully maybe a little taller now.
Our last Student of the Month nomination came from Miss Tonelli for Jordan Busica.
Did I mess it up? It was okay? It was okay? I'm sorry. All right.
Okay, so my Student of the Month nomination goes to my student, Jordan, a student who demonstrates hard work, determination, and self-motivation. I started here at LHS in November, and Jordan was the first student that I met. And what a privilege it has been to get to know you, to share laughs. I always look forward to her coming to see me and say hi in our conversations, because we share a lot of laughs, a lot of good belly laughs. And I've really loved getting to know Jordan, and I am so honored to stand up here and nominate you. Jordan sets very high expectations for herself and approaches her responsibilities with a positive attitude and confidence that is very admirable. Her dedication to academic success is matched by her active involvement in extracurricular activities, including orchestra, concert choir, girls basketball, spring track, and so many other things that she's involved in here in school and also outside of school. She has shown tremendous growth this year, both academically and personally. She continues to grow as a thoughtful and self-aware individual, reflecting on her experiences with care and a willingness to learn and improve. Her ability to maintain this balance, along with her dedication to both herself and our LHS community, make her a very easy choice for myself and also a very deserving choice. So, Jordan, I'm so honored to give you this Student of the Month. Congratulations, you deserve it.
These students are recognized for doing great things outside of the classroom through student activities, mentoring, playing sports, and exemplifying all-around good character. Let's celebrate these students again on their accomplishment of being named Student of the Month for April. I would also like all of my Student of the Month nominees to take a moment and acknowledge their families, because we would not be here today without their support and guidance. Your role in their achievements is invaluable. Your presence here today is a testament to your support and encouragement. Let's hear it for our families. I would like to thank everyone for attending our ceremony today. My Student of the Month nominees, you can leave your certificates on the seats. We are now going to go down and take pictures with Benny. You're going to do your individual and your group photo. My families, please feel free to head over and take pictures as well as we are taking them, for them to be displayed on our front bulletin board. And then we have refreshments for everyone to enjoy. We have some bagels, coffee, and juice. Thank you again for attending our ceremony today. Have a great day.